from Parkville, City College, and Brunswick meet in a playoff on It's Academic!
It's Academic. Brought to you by Giant Food, where caring about quality and value is only the beginning.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another playoff match among first-round winners on It's Academic as we head toward the Baltimore City Championship. Team number one, our first-round winner, Parkville High School in Baltimore County. First for Parkville, Alan Fleischman. Alan?
Hi, I'm Alan Fleischman. I'm a 17-year-old junior. I'm a member of the drama club, the track team, and the National Honor Society. And I'd like to thank the cheerleaders for taking the time to come out here at the last minute to support us.
All right. Thank you very much, Alan. Tim Dapp. Tim?
Hi, I'm Tim Dapp. I'm a 17-year-old senior. This is my second year on It's Academic, and I'm a member of the golf team. Golf team! Yeah, And I'd like to thank everybody who came out today to cheer us on, and also happy 18th birthday, Chris Nowski. Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday, Chris. Here's Robin Myers. Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin Myers. I'm a 17-year-old senior. I'm a morning announcer, a member of the National Honor Society, and a Maryland Distinguished Scholar semifinalist. I'd like to thank our faculty advisors, Mrs. Taylor and Miss Mullen, and our alternate, Lisa Duggan, for being here with us today.
Do you know where you'll go to school next year, Robin? Have you got your plans made?
Western Maryland College.
All right. And we do indeed welcome in the audience the co-coach of the team, Ms. Joan Mullen. Thank you so much, Ms. Mullen, for being with us today. All right, Parkville, take a look at your screen. Each correct answer in this round is worth 20 points to you. Here's number one, rested ox. Suggests an animal, but you can rearrange the letters to name what form of sugar, whose chemical formula is C6H12O6. It is sometimes called grape sugar. Your answer?
Dextrose.
That's right, dextrose. That's it. Here's paste. Add a letter. To change this word from one naming gluey stuff into one naming colors in soft, pale shades, you add what one letter?
L for pastel.
That's right, pastel. Now, a single answer. What's the name of the long 2,000-mile hiking trail that extends from this mountain in Maine to this mountain in Georgia?
Appalachian.
That's right. And next, two-part fill-in. By filling in the blanks, you name what two very different invaders. One, the Spanish conquistador, whose invasion of Mexico succeeded. The other, an ancient Persian king, whose invasion of Greece ended in failure at the Battle of Salamis.
Okay, the first one's Cortez.
And?
The second one, Xerxes.
That's right. You got them both. Good for 40 points. Now, here's a choice for you. Spiro Agnew had to resign the vice presidency, but which of these was the vice president who later took up arms against the U.S. as a Confederate general?
The second one.
Breckinridge is right. He was the VP under Buchanan. You're right. Now, here's the quotation. The blank is too much with us. Missing from this line of poetry by William Wordsworth is what word that names the place Woodrow Wilson wanted to make safe for democracy?
The world.
That's right. So you have them all. Parkville 140. Now let's meet the young people from Baltimore City College. City College on the Alameda in Baltimore. First, here's Dennis Thomas. Dennis?
Hello, I'm a 17-year-old senior and a member of the National Honor Society. I'll be attending either Brown, Yale, or Harvard universities in the fall. I'd like to thank our alternates, Tom Keck, Deborah Holtzman, Stephen White, let's see, Patrick Sears, Eric Turner, Jonathan Herstein, and my good friend Martin Sullivan.
Man, that is some big team. And congratulations to you, Dennis, on having that choice of colleges. Very good. Brian Powell. Brian?
Hello, I'm a 17-year-old senior. I will be attending Franklin Marshall College in the fall, and I'd like to thank our principal and all our fans for coming to support us today.
All right, Brian. And Joseph McKay.
I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'll be attending University of Maryland School of Engineering in the fall, and I'd like to thank our faculty advisor, Ms. Carr.
And we do indeed welcome in the audience the principal of City College, Dr. Solomon Lausch. Thank you very much, Dr. Lausch, for being with us today. All right, City College, take a look at the screen. Here's number one for you, pet tick. A tick doesn't make a very good pet, so you ought to rearrange this to identify what Civil War general whose name was given to the disaster. Louder?
Pickett.
Pickett. Pickett's charge is right. And next, To transform this legwear into a wooden frame for public punishment in colonial America, what one letter will you insert?
T.
T for stocks is right. Now, single answer among these. These are all very deep deeps. In what ocean whose name means peaceful?
Pacific.
That's right. Next, two-parter. Fill in the blanks to identify the two U.S. presidents who came to office, respectively, on the deaths of James Garfield and Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Arthur and Truman.
Right. Picked up a fast 40. A choice now. Under pressure from reform-minded congressmen, President Taft established which of these cabinet departments before he left office in 1913?
First one?
That's right, labor, absolutely right. And here's the quotation. He deserves blank, who makes his companions laugh. To complete this quote from Muhammad, you need what word naming the Eden-like spot that is lost in the title of a poem by Milton?
Paradise.
That's right, so another perfect score, 140 for City College. And these are the top teams, all right, in the playoff round. Next, another first-round winner. Here's the team from Brunswick High School in Frederick County, Maryland. First Corps Brunswick, Josette Potipka.
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our advisor, Chuck Thomas.
All right, and here's the third member of the three J's, Jim Moeller. Jim.
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old senior. I play trombone in the band and jazz ensemble, and I'd like to thank Mr. Walker and the band for coming out to support us today.
All right, Jim. And Jay Brandenburg.
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our alternates, Amy Whitney and Ryan Grimes, for coming down today.
And the band is indeed here, directed by Mr. Jerry Walker. Thank you very much, Jerry, for being with us today from Brunswick. All right, team, here's number one for you in this round, Brunswick Zincite. This is a mineral ore of zinc oxide, but you can also rearrange the letters to name what sort of person who has full legal rights and responsibilities in the country where he was born or naturalized.
Citizen.
That's right. Add a letter. What one letter placed before this first name, Ruth, will give you the last name of the abolitionist sojourner who has recently been honored on a 22-cent stamp.
T for truth.
That's right, Sojourner Truth. Single answer. By Jan Bonnie Banks and by Jan Bonnie Breeze. You'll find that both of these are what kind of bodies of water in Scotland?
Loch.
That's right, Loch or Lake. Two-parter. What two last names made here will identify World War I's General Billy, the aviation pioneer, and General George, who was Chief of Staff of all American military forces in World War II?
Mitchell and Marshall.
That's right, another fast 40 there. Choice. As Kansas bled over the slavery issue in 1855, large numbers of Missourians rode into that state. Louder?
Border ruffians.
Border ruffian, exactly right. Quotation, the blank is down. To complete this line from Shakespeare's Macbeth, a line that John Steinbeck used to title a novel, you should add the name of what celestial body whose gravity is 1/6 that of the Earth?
Moon.
The moon is down. So another perfect score, and perfect all the way around in round number one. Each year on its academic, Giant Food awards more than 100 scholarships to help deserving students continue their educations. At the end of our program today, three guests from Giant will present the scholarship awards. And here are the guests. Say hello to Melody Mooney. Welcome, Melody. In the center is Davin Campbell. And here is Stephanie Brown. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for taking time from your store work. In our first round matches, the Giant scholarships total $500 per game, with the winning team school receiving $200 and each of the other schools $150. Now, we are in the playoff round on its academics, so each Giant scholarship total per game is $1,000. The winning team school receives $400 and each of the other schools receives $300. Giant doesn't select the individual scholarship recipients, the schools do that. And now, before we get back to the game, here's the score update from the last round. Well, it's a perfect score all the way around. Parkville 140, City College 140, Brunswick 140. All right. All right, now we go into the next round, which is a completely visual round. Each correct answer in this round is worth 10 points to the team. However, 10 points are deducted for a wrong answer. And I acknowledge the team whose light stays on as I look up from asking the question. Let's take a look at the screen together. Here's number one. Although it has a narrow beak, this bird is actually in what family of seabirds noted for having pouches under their bills? Brunswick?
Pelican.
That's right. Next, this poster promoting infant care was issued by the World Health Organization, an agency of what international body whose headquarters are, all right,
United Nations.
United Nations is right. Next, though this scene might reflect Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains, it actually is a picture of what darkly named forest located in southern Germany, Parkville.
The Black Forest.
That's right. And next, evaluate the expression, give us the answer. Parkville.
5.4.
That's right. Next, this 12th century carving from a French cathedral is said to depict what biblical queen who made a state visit to Solomon? Who has that? Anybody? That was Susan Hayward. No, it's actually the Queen of Sheba, I think. The biggest steam locomotive ever built, this big boy mallet, was designed for what transcontinental railway line? Brunswick. Your answer? Your answer?
Union Pacific.
That's right, or Central Pacific, Promontory Point, Utah in 1869. Either one of those would have been okay. Sam Langley made the world's first flight in a powered aircraft in 1896, the year that saw the first election of what U.S. president? Brunswick.
McKinley.
That's right. And next, this aerial view shows the Mississippi River as it twists and turns through what northern state nicknamed the land of 10,000 Brunswick.
Minnesota.
Minnesota is right. Next, although this Hungarian stamp shows a locomotive powered by coal, Hungary's chief mineral export is what ore from which aluminum is extracted, Brunswick?
Bauxite.
That's right. And next, the variety of chestnut trees shown. Not enough there. And that's the end of the visual round. Very good going. Keep it going in the very fast category round. Again, we have direct competition with 10 up for a right answer, but now 20 points deducted for a wrong answer, so be careful. Hats are now staging a big fashion comeback, they say, and not to be left behind, we have a round devoted to hats. Please identify the following persons and things associated with hats. Here's number 1. Stuck a feather in there. City College.
Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Doodle is right. Number 2, Alice, Brunswick. Your answer? Your answer?
Mad Hatter.
That's right. Next, metallic nickname for military officers. Who has that one? Brunswick. Quickly now.
Top hat.
No, brass hat, so that's 20 down. Next, Dr. Seuss character, City College.
Cat.
Say again?
Cat in a hat.
I needed Bartholomew Cubbins specifically on this one, so 20 down. Next, hats worn by special forces in the Vietnam War. City College. Green Beret is right. Next, the 1928 unsuccessful presidential candidate, Parkville.
Smith.
Al Smith is right. And next, the poem with Ma in her kerchief and I in my cap. City College.
It was the night before Christmas.
Night before Christmas is right. Next, U.S. President wore a Homburg to his inauguration, Parkville.
Eisenhower.
That's right. Next, Mexican hat means shade, Parkville. That's right. And that's the end of the category round. All over. Thank you very much, ladies. Welcome back. Now I have the pleasure not only of giving you the score, but introducing the faculty coaches for the teams. The team from Parkville in Baltimore County has the lead now at 190. Their faculty coach, Ms. Janet Taylor. Thank you very much, Ms. Taylor, for being with us today. And the team from Baltimore City College is very much in this game at 160. Their faculty coach, Ms. Clementine Carr. Welcome, Ms. Carr. The team from Brunswick in Frederick County is in second place now at 180. Their faculty coach, Mr. Charles Thomas. Welcome again, Charles. And now, teams, we move along to the third round, where each correct answer is again worth 20 points to you. 20 points deducted for a wrong answer, and now 10 for a past question. See the lights below the team's names? Well, if they're on in a row like that, that will show. 10 questions in a row answered correctly, good for 25 extra points. Parkville's turn. City College select. Brian, which of these?
4.
4. All right, let's see where you go with this. Alan, Tim, and Robin, number one, despite the growth of microfilm and computer disks, it's estimated that more than 90% of the world's information is still stored on what substance made from pulped wood or rags?
Paper.
That's right. Long before General Sherman went marching through Georgia, he first saw combat against the Seminole Indians in what state that borders Georgia?
Florida.
That's right. In 1874, the Sertão region of Brazil erupted in a bloody revolt to protest the government's imposition of what system of measurement that's now standard for much of the world?
Metric.
That's right. On the monitor, simplify the expression. There it is. Your answer?
Okay, 10 to the second.
No, 10 to the 5th, or 100,000, so 20 down. Asked to illustrate the 7 deadly sins, you might draw a pig for gluttony, and what plumed bird sacred to the goddess Juno to illustrate pride?
Peacock.
That's right. Next choice, which of the following scientists, using alpha particles and gold leaf, showed that an atom is mostly space but does contain a dense nucleus? Rutherford, Thomson, Lawrence.
The first one, Rutherford.
That's right. Now listen to the music. Here it is. Although it is during the day, we're hearing Bonsoir, a description of evening by what French composer of Impressionist music who described moonlight in his work Clair de Lune?
Debussy.
That's right. Good old Claude. If 8 to 10 baskets of peaches fill 1 bushel, what is the minimum number of baskets that fill 4? There's more to that. You don't have to take it. There's more to that. All right, the answer is 32 baskets on that one. So Parkville has 290 after its part of it. 290. All right, now let's give the turn to City College and Brunswick. You select. Jim, which please?
3, please.
All right, here you go. It's Dennis, Brian, and Joseph with their shot in this round. Should Phoebus Apollo want to see a pro football game, he might watch what Miami team named for the creature. Dolphin is right, of course. Now, although we think of it as a beverage, what product from the Orient was originally used as a relish in the American colonies? That is, when it wasn't being thrown overboard.
Tea.
Can you believe that? It's true. The flag of Rhode Island features a single anchor, but there are 2 anchors on the flag of what cabinet department, today headed by James Baker?
Treasury.
That's right. On the monitor, what's the slope of the line shown?
2/3.
That's right. In ancient Rome, the sign cave canem, or cave canem, meant beware of the dog. But who is warned to beware in the common Latin phrase caveat emptor?
Pass.
All right, 10 down. Buyer beware. Choice of the following energy converters, which one is the most efficient? Because it can transform into work more than 90% of the energy that reaches it. The steam engine, electrical motor, gasoline engine.
Electrical motor.
That's right. Listen to the music. Here it is. German composer Richard Wagner might not have been pleased by this 4-minute brass band version of what 4-opera cycle named for a piece of jewelry.
Ring of the Nebula.
The ring is right, yes. What is the ratio in lowest terms of cashew nuts to peanuts in a mixture which contains 3 pounds of cashew nuts and 3 ounces of peanuts?
Pass.
10 down, 16 to 1. All right, and that's the end of your part of the round. City College. Now it's the turn for Brunswick and Frederick County. So Parkville select. Tim, which of these up here, Tim?
Number 2.
All
please.
right, here we go with the J's, Josette, Jim, and Jay. A Spanish town called Ronda can boast Spain's oldest example of what type of round stadium that is the setting for what gory national sport of Spain?
Bullfighting.
That's right. Mark Twain and Harriet Beecher Stowe were not close in temperament or writing style, but they were next-door neighbors in what Connecticut city, the state capital?
Hartford.
That's right. According to Greek myth, Morpheus was the god of what dreamy state of being described by Keats as the soft embalmer of the
Sleep.
still. Sleep is right. On the monitor, what's the value of X in the equation?
2.
That's right. Everyone is into muscle building today, but in the 1930s, the U.S. was into building a power plant at Muscle Shoals as part of what project?
TVA.
That's right, Tennessee Valley Authority. Choice. When an object with twice the density of water is placed in water, it will float with half its volume above water, sink to the bottom, but seem to lose half its weight.
Sink to the bottom.
Sink to the bottom is right. Now, listen to the music. Here it is. Although Caesar was called the March King, this combination march was the work of what American ragtime composer, better known for such tunes as The Entertainer and
Joplin.
Scott Joplin is right. A jacket marked down to $50 is on sale at a 33 1/3% discount. What was the original price?
$75.
That's right. The fictional Anthony Adverse might give advice on facing adversity to what Melville title character, a young sailor hanged by Captain Veer for killing Mr. Claggart. Billy Budd is right. He had 9 out of 10, Brunswick. Very good going. The end of round number 3. All right, let's check the score before we go into the grab bag free-for-all. The team from Parkville in Baltimore County in second now at 290. City College, as I say, very much in there at 260. Now the lead is held by Brunswick and Frederick County, 360. Grab bag free-for-all round, jump ball round. 20 points up for a right answer, but 20 off for a wrong answer. Number 1, Canadian Prime Minister Mulrooney recently reached an agreement with President Reagan on a cleanup project for what's so-called rain at City College. Acid rain. Next, if when he retires, Tip O'Neill should decide to travel, he might find a warm welcome in Tipperary, in what island country of his ancestors? Who has that? Parkville.
Ireland.
Ireland, of course. Next, today the panda is a bestseller in toy stores, but in the early 1900s, toy stores probably stocked what other bear? Brunswick.
Teddy bear.
Teddy bear for Theodore Roosevelt. Now, what's the largest prime factor of 77? Who is that? Parkville?
11.
That's right. Next, you would initial the book Das Kapital with the initials DK, but use an MK. Brunswick. Louder.
Mein Kampf.
That's right, Mein Kampf, Hitler's work. Cuba may have a hostile political climate today, but her natural climate still earns her the nickname of what lustrous gem of the Antilles. What do they call her? Pearl of the Antilles. Now, if you wrote an essay on the operatic works of the 3 Bs, Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms, your research would be limited to Fidelio, the only opera written by which of the 3? Was that? Beethoven wrote Fidelio. Now, choice. A substance which absorbs moisture from the air is called hygroscopic, efflorescent, effervescent. Anybody have that one? Hygroscopic, the answer. Now, William Caxton, England's first printer, originally learned his art in Bruges, a city located in what Benelux country? City College. Belgium. Belgium is right. And now, what variety of apple has the same biblical name as the eldest son of King Saul? Parkville.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Apple is right. Next. 1986 marks the 100th anniversary of what Chicago riot, whose name suggests, all right, I don't see any light. Whose light is on?
Haymarket School.
Which team? City College, go ahead.
Haymarket.
Haymarket riot is right. A parent divides $20,000 among 3 children in the ratio of 1 to 2 to 2. What is the least amount any child will get, Parkville?
$5,000.
$4,000, so 20 down. A murderer named Robert Nixon, executed in 1938, inspired the character Bigger Thomas in the novel Native Son by City College.
Richard Wright.
By Richard Wright is right. While a sailor would know all about flying bridges, what flying arches is that City College? Yes. City College.
Flying buttress.
Buttress is right. Now, choice. If you have studied genetics in school, you might recall that a normal person has what number of tiny thread-like Brunswick? 23. Your answer?
23.
46 chromosomes, so 20 down, 20, well, wait a minute, this 23 pairs is right, so you accepting that? No. Apparently, that's what it says, so they're accepting 23 pairs. Next, in Switzerland, the letter L initials Lake Le Mans, as well as the name of what Swiss city? Brunswick.
Geneva.
Lucerne, so 20 down there. Students who memorize U.S. presidents by number have an easy time with number 10 because he's Brunswick.
John Tyler.
That's right, T and 10 and Tyler. Good. A new novel by Moisier Scliar places in the garden what mythical creature that's half man, half horse? Parkville.
Centaur.
Centaur is right. Although the Emancipation Proclamation was issued in 1862, it wasn't until after Lincoln's death that what constitutional amendment outlawing slavery? City College. 13th Amendment. That's the end of the game. It's all over. All right. Welcome back. Let me just clear up that one answer. Thread-like chromosomes in most body cells. We were accepting 46 or 23 pairs, so that's why we accepted the answer from Brunswick. Now I have the pleasure of introducing the Giant staff members who will present today's scholarship awards. Thanks very much to the young people from Parkville in Baltimore County. They have put up 350 points in this great game. Here's a scholarship for $300. Davin Campbell, courtesy clerk at the Giant, the Belvedere Shopping Center in Baltimore. Thank you, Alan, Tim, and Robin for being with us. And excellent team from Baltimore City College. As you could see, they have 380 points. Here's another scholarship for $300. Stephanie Brown is a cashier at the Giant in the Rotunda in Baltimore. And thank you very much, Dennis, Brian, and Joseph. And you're already on your way to a great college careers. I can see that. And here's our winning team and winning score in Frederick County. 420 points. Brunswick High School is the winner today. The Giant scholarship for $400 presented by Melody Mooney. Melody is a retail trainee in the Wild Lake Village Shopping Center in Columbia, Maryland. So, Josette, Jim, and Jay keep right on going into the next round, the semifinal round. Next week, we will have another playoff match among these teams. Well, there they are, Baltimore Polytech, Milford Mill, and Middletown. I'm Mac McGarry. Thanks very much, everybody. And now, come on up here.
It's Academic. Brought to you by Giant Food, where caring about quality and value is only the beginning.